Hello, sixth graders, and welcome to week 9 of social distancing school. This week we're doing mean absolute deviation, and it is your last assignment of the year. So you got 2 assignments this week. We'll talk about them at the end, but congrats on making it to the end of your 6th grade year. So mean absolute deviation is the average distance between each data value in a data set and the mean average of that data set. So I'm going to break down what that means. So we're going to start by looking at a data set, and here it is. This is the maximum speed of roller coasters. So you've got 8 numbers in this data set. So your first step always is to find the mean. As a reminder, you do that by adding up these 8 numbers and dividing by 8, because there are 8 of them. That gives you a mean average of 64 in this data set. So we're going to look again. Here's the same data set. What you do next is you find the difference between each of the numbers in the data set, like 58 and 64. So this graph actually might make it a little more confusing to see, but the distance, they're trying to show you that the distance between 58 and 64 is 6. Same thing with 88, which would be about here, and 64, the difference would be 24. It's just a visual display trying to show you that you're finding the difference between each one of these points and 64. So another way to look at that is here's the same data set, the mean was 64. You're basically just finding the difference between each one, each number in the data set and this mean. Once you do that, you should have 8 differences, and then you add them up and divide by 8 to give you a mean deviation of 12.5. So the mean absolute deviation is 12.5. Again, it's the average of the differences from the mean. Here's another example. So from your book, find the mean absolute deviation for the set of data, round to the nearest hundredth. If necessary, then describe what the mean absolute deviation represents. Here are 5 numbers in this data set. We're going to start by finding the mean. So you add up those 5 numbers and divide by 5. The mean average of this data set is 129.4. Okay? So now you find the difference between each one of these data points and 129.4. So the first difference is 17.4. 145 would have a difference of 15.6, 21.4, 30.6, 7.4. You take those 5 differences that are highlighted here, you add them up, you get 92.4, and you divide by 5, and the mean absolute deviation would be 18 and 48 hundredths, 18.48. So this is where I pause talking, and for those of you who want to follow along at home, I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and you're welcome to give this a shot. I've given you the mean here. It's 17.5, and you need to find the deviations and then find the mean of those deviations. And again, I'm going to pause for just a second. If you want to try it on your own, I recommend you pause the video now, but I'm also going to pause for about 20 seconds here. Again, if you're not done, go ahead and pause the video and then come back when you are. I'm about to show the answer, which is 17.88. That really concludes it. It's only one concept this week, mean absolute deviation. You have 2 assignments this week. Assignment 1 is a worksheet in your Google Classroom, and assignment 2 is an ALEKS review on averages. It's mean, median, mode, measures of variation, and so like range, and then the mean absolute deviation. Everything we've covered for averages. And with that, congratulations, you guys, when you finish this assignment, or these assignments, you have finished all your assignments for your 6th grade year. Really proud of you guys. A lot of you guys did 100% of what was assigned. And I just couldn't be more impressed with overall just your efforts. If you've made it to the end of this video, that means that you've tried and done everything asked of you, and congratulations. I hope to see you the last day of school when you guys come through to pick up your stuff and hopefully your yearbooks, and please give me a wave, and I'll look forward to having you as 7th graders.